this is my cousin. So, you know, we grew up and my blood cousin, like we more like my big sister.
Right.
We grew up with nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we've had to fight for it. We didn't grow up with men in our home. We grew up with a lot of women, but we had strong women. So maybe that's why we come from a different cloth, because we see, you know, how women were strong, but we also understand the importance of pouring into your man. But we didn't come from anything. So it's like, allow us, like you said, just the pride of knowing that I'm Mrs. So-and-so. Is enough for us, but we took time.
Right,
we
that's what I was about to say.
We took time to
y'all aware. Y'all purposely want better for your man. Y'all purposely want better for y'all relationships, and y'all realize the issues y'all had growing up, and y'all have addressed them through y'all lifetime. So you are ready for what you got right now.
Absolutely.
You was ready to receive it. But better yet, you knew what you you had to receive. You knew it. You seen it. That's it right there. That's it.
Well,
I'm taking this out.
Absolutely. So there's another place where it's backwards, right? Because the Bible says that he who findeth a wife finds a good thing. Not she who pressures the husband. Not she who stalketh the man. You know.
What I mean by select is, I always say this: women choose all the time. No. Let me explain. Only thing we doing is pursuing you, but you get to choose me.
Well, that's the only reason I say that. I have to pursue you. If I pursue you, it's up to you to say, okay, I want him or not. That's totally up to you.
That's true.
I can agree with that.
That's totally up to you. It's just up to me to pursue you.
Yeah, but the man has to make that decision.
Right. I got to pursue you.
You got to choice,
right?
Because you're the one that asked us to marry you. So from that standpoint, you do choose us. Because I mean, there are some women out here asking, "Will you marry me?" But the way it's supposed to be is you come to me and say, "Will you marry me?"
Well, the thing is, are you really being found?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Are you being found? Are you walking into a room and you throwing your hair out there? You know, are you drawing them in?
Yeah, absolutely. Or I'm glad you said that, because it's the truth.
Are you just totally unaware of where you are? You're just in the. You're just there. You're just being you, and you're plucked out of the masses because it's your time.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel that way.
So it just happens. It just happens. It's when it's your time. It's your time. It's your time.
I mean, so excited about mine.
Yes.
I agree with that too. I know mine's just going to work out the way that it's going to work out.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Gosh, this is such
Great
a conversation. Can I throw something out?
Yes.
This is my belief, and y'all can jump on it if you want to, or you can say you crazy. But this is what I believe. I believe that those that really truly communicate with vulnerability, not from your experience, but just from being open and taking a risk to be hurt, I think you're better communicators than those that communicate from a place of hurt and protection.
Yes.
Because you're growth minded when I'm saying I'm going to be vulnerable. I don't say crazy, but vulnerable, and say, you know what, I'm going to share that even at the risk of not being understood. And then the reverse of that is I'm going to keep my shield up. I'm going to do this. I'm always playing defense. There is no way, right? There's no way that I'm going to be an effective communicator if I'm always coming from that standpoint of you going to do me wrong, what you doing, where you at, why you do that. You need to. It's exhausting, number one. And number two, it gets us nowhere. And the other thing I'll say this, and I'll let you share, is that so however you do one thing is how you do everything. So if I'm not an effective communicator in my emotional relationship with someone else, I'm not an effective communicator in the workplace and everywhere else with my kids, everywhere else, because I come from the same mindset of I got to protect and I got to keep you from winning so that I can win. Right? That's why we said the communication game. So if I come with an open heart and I'm vulnerable, I am no longer playing a game.
Right.
I put my cards on the table and I said, you either accept me, love me, support me, or you ain't the one.
That's right. And then when it gets to that point, that's when it might not work. You know, because breakup is not an option.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not an option.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's not an option. When you do that, it's not an option.
I done gave you everything. I done buried my whole self, my whole life and everything. Okay, I done told you everything.
I'll be scared to try to get away.
You know,
you ain't leaving with my
you better believe that.
No.
And then listen, wherever it is that you packed your stuff to go, I'm going with you. Right. Yeah, did you pack me something too?
You forgot to pack me.
Because we've gone there.
Yes,
you know.
Exactly.
But that's also building together. Like, people don't have the idea of building together anymore. They really don't. They just want to. It's like, I got my thing, you got your thing. Hopefully, we got it together. That's that. They don't want to build together. They don't want to see. Oh, you already got a solid foundation over here. I got materials that we can build on this solid foundation that you got over here. Let me do this and let me. They don't have that in their mindset no more. Like, I'm always asking questions on my Facebook page. Like, people kill me all the time because I'm always asking relationship questions. And my reason why is because I'm eventually going to create a book. And the book is going to kind of like be a roadmap to how you have a successful relationship, basically. Okay. And it's funny because, like I said, I asked the question before we got on air. The question on my Facebook page is, how would you feel? I asked the ladies, is it a positive, or would you have a positive or a negative reaction to a man using coupons on a first date?
You can use coupon, I don't care.
Like, people chuckle. You're right.
Save
but
some money.
It's funny.
Go for it.
Right. Exactly. But see, listen, this is funny. This is funny because we was talking about this.
What she say? Dr. Law. Look at Dr. Law.
Right.
Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
I mean, we can hit a 2-for-1 special. I mean, we can go somewhere where there's a special, but a coupon.
But no, listen, see, but that's why we different. Hold on, that's why we different. Age got you somewhere different. Listen, age got you somewhere different. Trust me. 10 years from now, you ain't gonna care. You gonna be like, your whole mind frame is different. Because the first thing she said was, I'm thinking about, he's financially responsible.
Yes.
That's the first thing she thought about. And you said that didn't cross your mind right away.
Because I'm like, he's no fun.
That's great.
The thing is this. He has a plan.
That's
he's following that plan.
No matter what, I'm
going
to respect it. I'm going to respect it. But at the same time, that's something that I am going to remember. That's what you're going to remember. Like, I ain't going to talk about you. I probably will go on, and we could end up in a whole relationship, but our friends are going to hear about it.
Same thing to you.
That's great.
I'm not gonna be front. I'm gonna see you might be babe, but we gonna. You remember that first day, boo?
I brought the coupon book out my pocket. Was like, I got this for my niece for $20. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, I sure did. Right. But it's funny because, like I said, the funny thing about that is in different age groups, we have a different idea of what that looks like.
Yes.
And especially from where we came from in our 30s and 40s, we remember where you actually have to use a coupon that you have to cut out.
Right.
I can actually, like, nowadays, I can go on my app, plan the whole date out, and pay for it before we even got there. You wouldn't even known it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just what it is. Like, I had one of the young ladies on my page with the question, with the answer to the question, she said, I think it's just tacky. It's tacky to save money. The experience is still going to be the same.
What? Well, and is it a conversation that has to be had, right? So if you're planning a date, do you have to say how you planned it? Because really it doesn't matter, right? Because like you said, it was about the experience. Exactly. I want the experience. Yes. So just give it to me. However you had to do it. Well,
so once again,
I love the fact that a lot of women hopped on there was like, it's not on my coin, so I'm going to enjoy it regardless.
Yes.
That mindset.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Yes,
And that goes back to me saying earlier, I don't believe a lot of women really appreciate a man's effort the way they should.
Yeah. Probably because they don't understand the effort and what you were thinking about to make the effort in the first place.
Or what do you have to do to make the effort?
Well, I'm just saying they may not know that, but I do agree with that. They may not appreciate it, but I think they don't even know. Like, because y'all are silent in your minds and you're thinking great things, but we would never know.
I think the times have just changed so much that it's just everything just gets misconstrued. Like, it's wow, it blows my mind.
What looks like effort to you all may not necessarily look like effort to us, right? So how do we respond appropriately? You know. So then it comes back to having that common understanding.
Like I put out, I think the very first show I ever came on with you and Jay. the show was about dating, like financing and dating. No, it wasn't financing and dating. It was just about dating in general. And I put out a stat that men here in Indiana the average man makes $32,000 a year. He makes $32,000 a year. The average man a single man has at least one child that he's paying child support on. So after you take $32,000 out, look at taxes, he's really only bringing home roughly about $23,000, $24,000 a year. That's what he's bringing home. And he has every expense that you have at your house. So for him to do the average date goes anywhere between $100 to $150, for that night. So just imagine, he's roughly bringing home, after he pays every bill and everything, about $300 a week. And he's using 100 or half of that for you to entertain you all. Yeah. And so
but you haven't told us about your finances, see, because from how I'm looking, you looking like you balling.
I agree, but you gotta. But the reason why I say that,
a coupon is now looking more.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like $100. A lot of women because I asked that question. I asked that question before that show 2 years ago, and a lot of women didn't even have a clue on how much the date costs because you never pay. You never come out your pocket to do it. So I told the ladies, so think about it like this. Could you afford $150 out your pocket every week? No. So saying that now, do you really think you appreciate the men that take you out the way you really should appreciate it? And then the question, the idea is hey, I really got to think about that now. So when I say, I don't think a lot of women really appreciate the men's effort. I mean, that's money that he's never going to. That's money that he knows is literally it's an investment. No, it's an investment. I always look at everything as an investment. It's an investment. That's good. I look at everything as an investment. It's an investment. But the thing is this. The thing is this. It can't. It's a risk. It's a risk. It's like any investment. It could be gone, or I could. No, but I'm spending the same time you spending too.
No. Well, you are spending the same time, but at the same time, it's a huge risk for us emotionally to give you our time. It's more of a risk for us emotionally than it is for a man.
I don't think so. I think we bear the brunt end on that due to the fact that I'm spending the same time plus I'm coming out of my pocket.
Yeah. Right, but emotionally, you're not going to connect with us as quickly as I think women connect with men emotionally quicker than women connect with men. I think women connect emotionally quicker than you guys connect with us. Yes, we do.
The reason I'm saying that is I got to pursue you. So if I'm really pursuing you and I'm willing to put half of what I brought in this week on us, trust me, I'm emotionally attached.
Here's the thing.
I'm emotionally attached.
9 times out of 10, she's not going to be dating you, Tommy, George, Keith, all at the same time. Out here. But most of the time, that's not how it's going to go. Her energy is only going to be invested in getting to know this situation right here. However, you could be still dating her and spending $150 on her, but you still dating Keisha, Tasha. Yes, you are.
He ain't got the money
yes,
for
you
that.
are. Yes, you are.
He ain't got the money for that. Trust me, he ain't got the money for that.
You may not be taking them out, but you're doing something with them. So you still got all these other women over here that you entertaining. So therefore, your emotional connection with this particular woman, you're not going to connect with her as quickly as she's connecting with you because she doesn't have anybody else in her circle to distract her. That's why we get so upset when y'all not communicating because y'all got all this other stuff going on. And meanwhile, we really ain't got nothing else going on. And we put all our eggs over here. So when y'all ain't communicating right, we get upset because we
when you make the decision.
Hell, I ain't got nobody else, but you got all these other people.
But that's because you made the decision. This is different. It's a decision-making process at this point. You have made a decision that you're gonna see what I am about.
Right.
Okay.
And we only see what you about at that time.
Not necessarily.
Most of the time.
You'll do lunch with Cedric, even though you really don't like Cedric like that, but you know Cedric's going to take you where you want to go.
No, I ain't doing that for no meal.
Now, you might not. Look. Now, you might not. Look. Now, you might not do that. Let me explain. You might not do that, but trust me, the majority is. Yeah. I'm telling you, the majority is doing this.
I will say, Cedric might got a chance depending on how you was acting.
That's my point. That's my point.
I'm not emotional. And I feel like
that's my point. Remember, y'all always.
But she's saying she's not emotionally attached to him.
Right.
Yes. She's emotionally attached to you.
Yes.
Right. But I look at it like this. Different. But the thing is, the door is always cracked open until I invest in it. Until I tell you how I truly feel about you, the door is always cracked open. Mm-hmm. That back door is cracked open. Yeah. You might not open it all the way, but because you understand the time that we live in. This is not our parents' time when they came in. My mom only dated my father. That was it. Nobody else was coming to the house.
I'm not dating 5, 6 people. I ain't got the energy.
What I'm telling you is that is normal nowadays, though.
Oh, well, it ain't normal for me.
It ain't normal for me either.
No, my focus is
I ain't got that much concentration. I don't hear that much patience no more.
I don't even think they call it dating anymore.
No, they call it talking.
I don't think they call it
talking all kinds of different stuff.
If you're actually saying that you're dating somebody, in my opinion, that's about to be your boyfriend these days.
See, I call that courting.
Yes, exactly.
I call that courting.
I would too.
I say dating is
that's exactly what it is.